Chosen one, God keeps choosing that person for you. Don't give up now, chosen one. God keeps choosing that person for you. Don't give up now. This person is yours. Don't give up on them. God is still choosing you. But before I tell you why, I need you to sit with 3 questions. Why has this taken so long, when everything in you says it is already decided? What sign can you actually trust, when your heart has been wrong before? And once you know it is real, what are you supposed to do about it right now? Today, stay with me, because I am going to answer all 3 before this video ends. You are not here by accident. And if you feel something pulling you to keep listening, it is because I am speaking directly into your life right now. And if you walk away, you may miss something that was meant to change everything for you. I keep choosing that person for you, not because it is easy, but because it is right. And you must understand this truth before doubt steals what I have already set in motion. What you have been feeling is not confusion. It is a deep spiritual connection that I placed there, and it has not left because I have not removed it. I know you are tired. I know you have questioned everything, but I need you to hear clearly that this connection still stands because I still stand behind it. Do not rush past this moment, because what I am about to reveal will explain why your heart refuses to let go even when your mind tells you to. I am asking you to pause and truly listen, because this is not about chasing someone or forcing something that is not meant for you. It is about recognizing what I have already chosen and trusting that I am still working even when you cannot see it. The reason you cannot move on is not weakness. It is alignment with something I placed inside you. If this is reaching your heart right now, take a moment and like this video as a sign that you are open to receiving what I am revealing to you today. You keep asking why it has been so difficult, why there has been distance, why things have not unfolded smoothly. And I tell you this with love, so let me show you the 3 reasons. I am shaping both paths so they can meet in the right way, not in a rushed or broken way. You are being prepared, and so is the person you are thinking about, even if they are not showing it yet. You see delays, but I see alignment forming piece by piece. What feels like silence to you is often a time where I am correcting what would have destroyed your future if it came together too early. Do not mistake delay for denial, because I have not changed my mind about what I chose. I know you have moments where you feel like giving up, where you wonder if you imagined everything. But that is where your faith is being tested. You are being asked to trust what I showed you, even when everything around you seems uncertain. This is not about holding on blindly. It is about holding on to what I have confirmed deep inside your spirit. When I choose, I do not abandon. And when I begin something, I see it through to completion. I want you to understand something very important. Your identity does not come from this person. It comes from me. And when you stand firmly in that truth, everything else begins to align in the right way. The person you keep thinking about is also on a journey. Even if you cannot see it clearly right now, they are facing their own struggles, their own fears, and their own areas of growth. You must also release the idea that everything should look perfect before it becomes real. Perfection is not the goal. Alignment is, I am aligning hearts, not creating illusions. And alignment takes time, especially when both individuals have things they must learn and unlearn. You must also understand that growth does not happen at the same pace for everyone. You may feel ready, you may feel clear, but the other person may still be finding their way through confusion and fear. This does not mean they are not meant for you. It means they are still becoming who they need to be. I am not only preparing your heart, I am preparing theirs as well. And sometimes that process takes longer than you expect because I am working through layers that you cannot see. There have been hidden battles in their life, things they have not expressed, things they may not even fully understand themselves. I am guiding them through those struggles even when it looks like nothing is changing. You cannot measure their journey by what they show you because much of their growth is happening in silence. Just as I have been working on you in ways others cannot see, I am doing the same with them. Trust that I am not neglecting one while focusing on the other. You are not alone in feeling this connection, even if it seems one-sided at times. The other person feels it too, but they may not understand it the same way you do yet. They may be trying to make sense of it, trying to process it, or even trying to ignore it because it feels overwhelming. But what I have placed cannot be ignored forever. There will come a moment when everything becomes clear for them, just as it has been becoming clear for you. Just as you have had to grow, they are also being guided through their own process. You may not see it clearly, but there are changes happening within them. Sometimes those changes are slow, sometimes they are hidden, but they are real. I am not ignoring one side of this connection. I am working on both sides at the same time. This is the first reason. I am not withholding this person from you. I am preparing you both at the same time, so that when you meet, you can actually hold what I am giving you. Just because they are not expressing it the way you would, does not mean nothing is happening. I am working on their heart in ways that you cannot measure, shaping them so they can meet you at a place of maturity and understanding. If I brought you together too soon, the connection would not have the strength to last. I do not confuse your spirit, I guide it, and I have been guiding you back to the truth every time doubt tries to take over. I need you to stop interpreting silence as rejection, because sometimes silence is where the deepest work is happening. When nothing seems to be moving, I am often rearranging things in ways that will make sense later. You cannot see the full picture yet, but that does not mean there is no movement. I am aligning timing, healing wounds, and preparing both hearts, so when the moment comes, it will not fall apart under pressure. What I am building is meant to last, and that requires careful preparation. You must also understand that patience is not passive. It is active trust in what I am doing. But fear does not come from me. I do not lead you into connections only to harm you without purpose. When I allow challenges, it is to strengthen, not to destroy. And when I protect you, I do it in ways you may not even notice at the time. Some of the distance you experienced was not rejection. It was protection. There were moments when things could have unfolded in a way that would have caused deeper pain, and I intervened by slowing things down. What you interpreted as loss was sometimes my way of preventing something that was not ready. This is why you must trust that even when things do not go the way you expect, I am still working in your favor. My plans are not limited by your current understanding. This is the second reason. What looks like distance is often me protecting something that was not yet ready to hold its own weight. You have been chosen for something deeper than surface-level connection, and that is why this feels different from anything you have experienced before. I am building something that will not break under pressure, something that will stand even when challenges come. But for that to happen, both of you must be refined, and refinement is not always comfortable. It requires patience, it requires surrender, and it requires trust in me even when you do not understand what I am doing. But I need you to shift your focus from what is visible to what is spiritual, because that is where the truth of this connection lives. What I have joined at the level of the soul cannot be easily broken by temporary confusion or distance. You are being invited to trust something deeper than appearances, something that only you and I fully understand. There are reasons why things have unfolded the way they have, even the moments that hurt you and made you feel like walking away. Those moments were not meant to destroy what I created. They were meant to reveal what needed healing in both of you. Pain has a way of exposing what love alone cannot fix, and I allowed certain situations so both of you could see clearly what must change. Growth is not always gentle, and sometimes it comes through experiences that stretch your patience and your faith. But do not think for a moment that I have lost control, because I am still guiding every step even when it feels uncertain. You have been learning how to love without losing yourself, how to care deeply without becoming consumed by fear. That lesson is necessary, because what I am preparing for you requires strength, not dependency. I am not building a connection that drains you. I am building one that strengthens you, and for that to happen you must become secure in who you are, even while you wait. It is holding on to peace when everything around you feels uncertain. This is where your strength is being formed, not in the outcome but in the waiting. And that strength will carry you into the next season with confidence instead of fear. Do not compare your journey to others, because what I am doing in your life is unique to you. Some connections come quickly and fade just as fast, but what I am building for you is deeper than that. It is not based on convenience, it is built on purpose, and purpose requires time, refinement, and alignment. You are not behind. You are being prepared in a way that will make sense when everything comes together. This is the third reason. What I am building is not designed for comfort. It is designed to last, and lasting things always require refining. This journey is not about perfection. It is about alignment, and alignment happens when both people reach a place where they can meet without fear, without confusion, and without the need to run away. That is what I am working toward. I am not interested in bringing you together in a way that will fall apart. Now, here is how you know this connection is still alive. You have tried to walk away. You have tried to silence your feelings, but they keep returning because I am not finished writing this story. What you feel is not random, it is intentional, and I do not create deep bonds without purpose. When I choose something for you, it carries a weight that your soul recognizes, even when your circumstances look confusing. It is how you know I am involved, even when your situation looks complicated. I do not lead you into confusion without purpose, and I do not connect hearts without intention. There have been moments where you felt rejected, moments where you thought it was over. But even in those moments, something inside you refused to accept that it was truly finished. That resistance is not denial. It is recognition of something that is still alive. I have allowed certain things to happen so both of you can grow beyond your past patterns, beyond your fears, and beyond the limitations that once held you back. This is not just about love. It is about transformation, and transformation requires time. I see your tears. I see your questions. And I see the way you keep returning to the same thought, wondering if you should finally let go. There have been nights where you felt alone, where you questioned if you misunderstood everything. You wondered if it would be easier to just close your heart and move on. But even in those moments, something kept pulling you back. Something kept reminding you that this is not finished. That pull is not weakness. It is my voice echoing inside you. I am not only preparing your connection, I am preparing your spirit. Because when this comes together, it will require a level of maturity that you are building right now, step by step, moment by moment. I know there have been moments where you almost gave up, where you felt like you could not carry this any longer. You thought about closing your heart completely, protecting yourself from any more disappointment. But even in those moments, something inside you would not let you fully walk away. That something is not weakness. It is the part of you that recognizes what I have chosen. When I place something real in your life, it leaves a mark that cannot be easily erased. This is the first sign. It keeps coming back, no matter how many times you try to close the door on it. I do not plant deep conviction in your heart without purpose. The consistency of what you feel is not an illusion. It is a signal. It has remained through ups and downs, through distance and confusion, because it was not built on temporary emotion. It was built on something deeper, something that carries my intention. You are not chasing this person. You are responding to what I have placed in your heart. There is a difference between desperation and divine connection, and what you are experiencing is not desperation. It may feel intense, it may feel overwhelming at times, but it carries a peace beneath the surface that you cannot explain. That peace is my signature, and when that confirmation comes, it will not leave you questioning. As you continue forward, focus on your peace. Peace is one of the ways I guide you, and it will help you discern what is truly from me. Even in the middle of uncertainty, there is a quiet peace that reminds you to stay grounded. That peace is not something you create. It is something I give, and it is a sign that you are still aligned with my direction. Hold on to that peace, especially when your thoughts try to lead you into doubt. I am still choosing you, and I have not stepped away from what I began. What you are experiencing is a process, not an ending. Do not let temporary situations convince you that something permanent has been lost. I am building something that will stand, something that will grow, something that will reflect the purpose I placed within it. You must remain grounded during this time. Do not allow your thoughts to spiral into fear or doubt. When those thoughts come, return to what I have shown you. Return to the peace that still exists beneath the surface. That peace is your anchor. It is your reminder that I am still present in this situation, even when everything feels uncertain. That quiet sense of knowing remains, and that is not something to ignore. This is the second sign. A peace beneath the surface that you did not create and cannot fully explain, but that will not leave you. There is a reason why you cannot replace this person with someone else, even when you have tried. It is not because there are no other options. It is because this connection carries something specific that others do not. I place something within it that your spirit recognizes, and that is why it continues to stand out in your heart. This is not about settling or limiting yourself. It is about recognizing what has been uniquely chosen for you. I am not asking you to ignore reality or to hold on to something blindly. I am asking you to trust what I have confirmed within you. There is a difference between illusion and divine direction, and you have felt the difference. That quiet knowing inside you is not something you created. It is something I placed there. And I do not place truth inside you only to take it away without reason. What I have chosen is not easily lost. When something is truly meant and aligned with my will, it is protected in ways you cannot always see. You do not need to hold it together with fear. You need to trust that I am holding it together for you. You have come too far to turn back now. This is the third sign. No one else has been able to take its place, no matter how hard you tried to make someone else fit. I want you to look back for a moment and remember how this connection began. Remember the clarity, the peace, and the sense of knowing that came over you. That was not confusion. That was my presence confirming something real. Someone once wrote to me in prayer, certain that everything was over. 3 years had passed with almost no contact, and every sign pointed to it being finished. She had grieved it, moved on in her mind, told herself it was never really meant to be. And then, without warning, a message, a conversation, a door that had been closed for years opening on its own, in a way she never orchestrated. What looked like an ending was only a pause while both of them were being rebuilt into people who could actually hold what I was giving them. Her story is not unique. It is the pattern I use again and again. I let it look finished right before I show you. It never was. Over time, challenges came, emotions became complicated, and circumstances created distance. But the origin of what you felt still matters, because I do not start something with clarity and then turn it into chaos without purpose. The process may feel messy, but the foundation is still intact. There have been times when you tried to replace this person in your mind, telling yourself that someone else would be easier. Someone else would not bring this level of uncertainty. But every time you tried, it did not feel right. And that is because ease is not always the sign of what is meant for you. Sometimes what is meant for you requires growth, patience, and a deeper level of understanding. What I am building is not based on convenience. It is based on purpose, and purpose often stretches you beyond your comfort. So now that you know the 3 reasons and the 3 signs, here is what I need you to do. But listen to me clearly. Letting go of something I am still holding together will only bring you more confusion. What you need is not to give up, but to shift your understanding of what is happening. You are not being asked to force anything. You are being asked to trust the process I am guiding. There is a difference between waiting with faith and waiting with fear, and I am calling you to wait with faith. But faith does not grow in certainty. It grows in trust. I am teaching you to rely on me more than on visible signs, because visible signs can change, but my purpose does not. You are learning to walk by faith and not by what you see, and that is shaping you into someone who can handle the blessing when it fully arrives. Do not underestimate what this season is doing inside you. When both of you are ready, things will begin to shift in ways that you cannot force right now. Doors will open, conversations will happen, and clarity will come. But until then, your role is to trust, to grow, and to remain anchored in what I have shown you. I see those moments clearly, and I do not ignore them. I know the weight you carry when your heart is invested in something that has not fully come together yet. But I need you to understand that endurance in this season is not punishment. It is preparation. What I am building through you right now is giving you the capacity to handle what is coming without breaking under its pressure. You have been asking yourself if this is worth it, if continuing to believe in this makes you foolish. But listen carefully. Your faith is not foolish when it is rooted in something I have confirmed within you. The world may not understand it. Others may tell you to walk away, but they do not see what I have shown you in private. This is why you must be careful about whose voice you allow to guide your decisions. Not everyone can recognize a connection that was formed by me, because not everyone has felt what you have felt. What you see as flaws or obstacles are often areas where growth is happening. I am not ignoring those areas. I am working through them so that when this connection stands, it stands strong. There is something else I need you to understand, and it is important. Your role is not to control how or when this comes together. Your role is to remain open, to remain grounded, and to continue becoming who I am shaping you to be. When you try to force outcomes, you move ahead of my timing, and that creates frustration. But when you stay aligned with me, things unfold in a way that does not require struggle or confusion. Trusting my timing will protect you from unnecessary pain. If you believe this is speaking to you, type Amen, and let it be your declaration, not just a comment. The person you are connected to is not perfect, and neither are you. But I do not bring people together based on perfection. I bring them together based on purpose. There is something you both carry that complements each other, something that will make sense when the time is right. Right now, you may only see pieces, but I see the whole picture. And because I see the whole picture, I am guiding this process carefully, so nothing is built on a weak foundation. You have also been learning how to let go of fear, even if you do not realize it fully. Fear has tried to tell you that this will not work, that you will be hurt again, that you should protect yourself by walking away completely. You are not being asked to wait forever without clarity. There will come a moment where things begin to make sense, where actions align with what you have felt all along. But until that moment arrives, you are being asked to remain steady. Do not let impatience push you into decisions that pull you away from what I am building. The right timing will bring confirmation, not confusion. Stay connected to me, stay grounded in what I have shown you, and trust that I am leading you towards something that is worth every moment of waiting. Just because the other person is quiet or distant does not mean they are untouched by what I placed between you. I am working in places you cannot see, shaping things in ways that will become clear only at the right time. You have been learning something deeper than love. You have been learning trust. Trust in me does not come when everything feels certain. It comes when you choose to believe even when your emotions feel unstable. This is the kind of trust that will carry you through every future season of your life. You have also been learning how to let go of control. At times you have wanted to fix everything, to make things clear, to push the situation toward resolution. But I have been teaching you to release that need, and to trust my timing instead. Control creates tension, but surrender creates peace. When you allow me to lead, you remove the pressure from yourself and create space for things to unfold naturally. This is not about doing nothing. It is about doing what is right while trusting me with the outcome. I know you have wondered if this is all in your mind, if maybe you created a meaning that was never really there. But listen carefully. Everything you have experienced, every lesson, every moment of growth has been leading you toward this. Do not let temporary emotions convince you that it was all for nothing. Nothing I do in your life is wasted. Every step has purpose. Every delay has meaning. You have reached a place where your heart feels both strong and tired at the same time. And I see that tension within you. You are stronger than you were before, but you are also carrying questions that have not yet been answered. This is where many people choose to walk away, not because they do not care, but because they no longer understand what is happening. But I am calling you to stay steady in this moment, because this is where your faith becomes real. When you choose to remain grounded without full clarity, you step into a deeper trust that cannot be shaken later. You have been looking for a clear sign, something that removes all doubt and confirms everything instantly. But what I am building in your life is not based on quick confirmation. It is built on lasting truth. Quick answers can satisfy your mind, but they do not always strengthen your spirit. I am developing something within you that will not collapse when challenges come. That kind of strength is not created overnight. It is formed through patience, through waiting, and through choosing to trust even when it feels difficult. There is something you must recognize now, and it is important for your peace. This connection is not meant to consume you. It is meant to grow alongside you. If you find yourself losing your sense of self, becoming anxious or restless, that is your signal to come back to me. I never designed this to pull you away from your purpose or your peace. What I bring into your life should align with who you are becoming, not distract you from it. Keep your center in me and everything else will find its place. You have been asking what you should do next, and I am guiding you in a simple but powerful way. Continue living your life with intention. Continue growing. Continue becoming who you are meant to be. Do not pause your life waiting for someone else to catch up. When you move forward in alignment with me, you create space for everything to meet you at the right time. Standing still in fear will only create frustration, but moving forward in faith will bring clarity. There were moments when you felt like reaching out. Moments when you felt like speaking everything on your heart. And sometimes that is not wrong, but you must learn to act from peace, not from urgency. Urgency often comes from fear, from the need to control or fix something immediately. But when you act from peace, your actions carry clarity and strength. Let your decisions come from a place where you feel grounded, not from a place where you feel pressured. You must also release the pressure you have placed on the outcome. You have been trying to hold this together in your own strength, worrying about what might happen if things do not turn out the way you hope. But listen carefully. You are not responsible for carrying this alone. What I have chosen, I am responsible for guiding. When you try to take full control, you only create stress within yourself. But when you trust me to lead, you allow things to unfold without unnecessary weight on your heart. The person you are connected to is not forgotten by me. I am aware of every thought they have, every hesitation, every moment where they feel pulled but do not understand why. There will come a moment when everything begins to shift, when what you have felt internally starts to show externally. That moment will not feel forced. It will feel natural. Conversations will open, clarity will come, and the confusion that once surrounded this connection will begin to fade. You will not have to question it when it happens, because it will align with the peace I have been placing inside you all along. That is how you will know that it is time. Until that moment arrives, your role is to remain anchored. Do not let your thoughts drift into fear. Do not let your emotions convince you that everything is falling apart. What you are experiencing is a process, not a loss. Stay grounded in your daily life, continue building your strength, and keep your focus on what is in front of you. When you live fully in the present, you remove the anxiety that comes from trying to predict the future. You must also understand that timing is part of my plan. If something has not come together yet, it is because there are still pieces being arranged. Those pieces may involve healing, growth, or even circumstances that must align perfectly. I do not rush what is meant to last. I take my time to ensure that when it comes together, it will not fall apart under pressure. This is why patience is not wasted time. It is necessary time. There is no need for you to compare this situation to anything you have experienced before. This is not the same as past connections that ended without purpose. This carries something different, something that has remained consistent despite everything. That consistency is not something to ignore. It is something to recognize. When something continues to stand through challenges, it is often because it is rooted in something deeper. I am still choosing you, and I am still guiding this connection forward. Nothing you are feeling is outside of my awareness, and nothing that is meant for you will be taken away without reason. Stay steady in your faith, stay grounded in your peace, and trust that I am working even when you cannot see it. What is meant to come together will come together in the right way, at the right time, and with the right understanding.